How's it going, Internet? And welcome to the Rat Trap. So, on today's episode, I want to talk about EA and Bethesda's E3 press conferences. And so, let's go ahead and jump right in with EA. Okay, EA started off big with Titanfall 2. Now, Titanfall 1 was a Xbox exclusive and multiplayer only. This one is coming to multiple platforms and looks amazing, I gotta say. First off, they showed off the multiplayer, which I'm not a big multiplayer person, but it looked interesting that if I pick it up, I'm definitely gonna try it out. But the single player, that's where I'm most excited for, is it looks like it's exploring the relationship between the pilot and the Titan, which should be interesting. That's the thing, is it's a Call of Duty-like campaign, so who knows. And we got a release date of October 28th. Seems a little weird considering Battlefield 1's also coming out this year, but what the hell. Let's see which one wins. Overall, I'm really excited for Titanfall 2. I didn't expect to be, because the first one was on Xbox, and so I haven't played it because I don't have an Xbox. But I'm really excited to see where this one goes. Which brings me to the next one that they showed off, Madden 17. I don't have anything to say on Madden. Madden never changes, ever. They'll update incrementally, but I don't care. So I'm going to move past that to a game I was really looking forward to, Mass Effect Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda, they showed off the least amount of stuff you could show off before it becomes that you just didn't show off anything. We saw so little of the of gameplay or story or anything that I still have no idea what's going on in Mass Effect. I know that we're in the Andromeda galaxy trying to rebuild civilization, but outside of that, I have no idea. It still looks cool. We have no release date. So overall, it was a message that why even show up if you have nothing really to show? And that's the case with this game. They had nothing to show. So next up, they have one of their bigger franchises, FIFA 17. Now, I'm not a sports guy, but so I don't know the intricacies of everything they showed off, or like, oh, the AI is better and all that stuff. I don't know how it was before. So the thing that looked interesting with FIFA, though, was their campaign, the journey. I'm all for adding more of a cinematic style of campaign to sports games. There's something about leading your one character all the way up to the big leagues from small beginnings. And normally I completely ignore sports games, but the journey, put it on my radar. Probably still not going to pick it up, but I'm more interested now than I could ever be in the past. Next up, they talked about their new initiative, EA Originals, which are EA is going to fund smaller projects like they did last year with Unravel, and they showed one off called Fe, something like that. I don't know, it's FE, however you want to pronounce that. And it's a third-person platforming stealth game, I guess. I really have no idea. It looks awesome. So did Yarny, but I will need to see more before I can make a judgment on it. It showed enough that I'm really interested to see where this goes, but other than that, I have no idea what's going on. Although I will say I like the music aspect of it. That's interesting. Looking forward to trying it. You know? So let's move on to what they showed off next, or didn't show off. Star Wars. News update for Star Wars. We have nothing to show. Please be excited. That is literally what they did. They showed off storyboards and so little that it's like, okay, so there's no information on Star Wars. They literally came out to update everyone on their Star Wars projects and showed nothing. Why? Just why? That was very disappointing, I gotta say. And to end their night, they showed off Battlefield 1, or showed off a cinematic in-engine footage. I know a lot of people are really interested in this. I'm skeptical, considering Battlefield has never had good campaigns outside of the Bad Company series, I guess. I never played it, so I don't know. But I know the more recent ones, Battlefield 3 and 4, have some of the worst campaigns I've ever played through. And I'm still not sure if they can pull that off. Their multiplayer will look great. It'll be interesting. I don't give a crap about their multiplayer. I want to know on the single player front, because World War I is interesting, and I'm hoping they actually do something with it instead of just using it as a place to glorify I just shot somebody in a blimp kind of thing. We'll see. Overall, I gotta say, EA's press conference was boring as hell. Of everything they showed off, the only games that I was excited for personally were Titanfall 2 and Fee, that they actually showed off. They didn't show just in-game footage, they showed off actual, not so much gameplay, but what looked more realistic as gameplay. But outside of that, FIFA, never, it's a sports game, don't really care. Madden, sports, don't care. Star Wars, they showed nothing, so don't care. And Battlefield 1, I need to see more before I can make judgment on it. So if I was to grade EA's press conference, it's a C at best. It's average. Like, this is the perfect example of just an average press conference. Nothing big happened. There were no real surprises outside of Fee. And that's all I got for you on EA. I mean, it was boring as hell. Maybe it's a D. Nah, it's a C. C. I'm sticking with C. So let's go ahead and move on to Bethesda. So this one's almost the exact opposite of EA. They tend to show off a lot of games that are interesting. So first off, they showed off Quake Champions, which, for those who don't know, Quake is a first-person arena shooter, I guess. I haven't played one, so that's the way they said it. And at first I was actually really hyped for it, but then when they were talking about it, it sounds like it's PC only at this point. And so I'm not a big PC gamer, so most likely I will not play it. It looks interesting. For those interested, great. I mean, they brought back Doom and Wolfenstein in such a way, so there's no reason they can't bring back Quake. Next, they showed off The Elder Scrolls Legends, which I really, really don't care about their card game. It could be great. I'll try it when it comes out, but until then, it's not a game that's on my radar. Next, they showed off Fallout 4 DLC. I wrote down what they showed off. They have contraptions, which allows you to build contraptions in your workshop. Great. It's doubling down on the one aspect of Fallout 4 I hated, literally. I'm so tired of the workshop bullshit. That is, okay, for the people that only dabbled in it, it's a great system. I spent the time to get the 100% happiness, and you see that the system is so flawed that it's almost horrible how bad it is. Like, there's no top-down view to play stuff, you know, more uniquely to make it look good. It always looks like shit. Some people are able to make it look good. I can never do it. I would rather have a top-down view when entering that mode. That would have made it so much better. Just auto-place. Make it more like a building sim. That would have been awesome. Anyway, back to their DLC. Contraptions. For those interested, cool. I'll play it. Don't really have anything else to say on that one. Vault DLC. Basically, you get to build a vault. I'm more excited for this one because it seems like this is what the workshop was built for, and it seems like as you clear space underneath, you'll find rad scorpions and stuff. So a little bit more extra combat and stuff. So I'm really interested in that one. And then finally, they showed off Nuka World, which they didn't show much, but I'm guessing it's the next more meaty expansion. At least I'm hoping, because Far Harbor was okay, but when they upped the price of the season pass, they really need more than just, we have more workshop stuff for you. We have a vault thing for you. Where's their next meaty single player DLC? Well, I guess it's all single player, so. Where's their next meaty expansion? That's what I mean. So, that's all on the Fallout 4 DLC. Overall, Fallout 4 is a good game. Just the DLC has sucked. Except for Far Harbor. Next up, we have Fallout Shelter, which is the mobile app they released last year. They're doing updates. Okay. Next. Literally, I don't care about the mobile game. I stopped playing it almost immediately after turning it on. It was so boring. Next, they showed off perhaps the best game they showed off all conference. Skyrim Special Edition. And they showed off the best tagline I've ever seen. Volumetric God Race. What does that even mean? I mean, Skyrim is a great game. And I put it down after platinuming it, never to return. And then, you ever had that game that you just set down never to return, and then they re-release and it's like, oh yeah, I want to play that. This is Skyrim. It looks amazing. I know if you have a PC and you're playing on that, it probably looks like this. But I'm really excited for it, considering the version I played was the PS3 version, which was crap at release when I bought it. And I'm probably going to go back and play it. It was literally... Man, I don't know what to say on that one. It's just, yes, give me Skyrim. Take my money. That's all I have to say on Skyrim. Skyrim's amazing. We all know it's amazing. It's just, let's have more Skyrim. Comes out this year, apparently. Next up, they showed off a reboot of Prey. For those who don't know what Prey is, it was a Xbox exclusive game back in the day. First person, you played as an Native American individual who gets kidnapped and you're on an alien spaceship. This one is more a psychological thriller. They didn't show off much, but it looks like it's a horror-themed adventure game. Doesn't come out till next year, so we probably won't hear much of it this year, outside of little tidbits. Looking forward to it. A little sad that they went with this one instead of what Prey 2 was looking like, but it looks good enough to make me interested in what they show in the future. It sounds like this will be their fall game next year. So, looking forward to seeing more of it. But until then, I have nothing on it. Next up was Doom updates. They said there will be snap map and multiplayer updates. Okay. I didn't care for the snap map or the multiplayer, so seems there's no reason for me to turn Doom back on. They said they didn't say anything about a single player DLC, so I just don't care. Next up, another game that's already out, Elder Scrolls Online. They talked about putting the Dark Brotherhood DLC on consoles, which, cool. I don't know why it was in the main game to begin with. I always thought it was, no? And they also talked about One Tamriel, which supposedly removes all level barriers so that you can play with whoever you want. Sounds interesting, but you're talking a few 100-hour RPG that isn't the best. And I played it and set it down. I'm probably never going back to it. For those that like it, this seems like a great idea they're adding, and I look forward to hearing more about it, or seeing it in action, I guess, because it's coming out this fall. Other than that, I really don't have an opinion on it, other than why the hell should I boot up Elder Scrolls Online again? Next up, they talked about Bethesda VR. They had two games that they talked about: Doom VR and Fallout 4 VR. The Fallout 4 one is the only one that's worth talking about because it's coming to the HTC Vive next year. Now, personally, I'm probably going to pick up the PlayStation one, so I don't care about the HTC. But I have a buddy he's really into PC gaming, and he's buying one. I want to know how they're going to fix the biggest problem that they have with VR, which is moving in VR. So I'm excited to see more of this next year and hear how it works. And this may make me pick up an HTC Vive down the road. Because, I mean, 100+ hour RPG in VR, sign me up. That's literally my dream for VR, is these 100-hour, 200-hour, get lost in these worlds RPGs. Lastly, they showed off Dishonored 2. Which, Dishonored 1 wasn't the best game, but Dishonored 2 looks like it's taking a lot of what worked and removing a lot of what didn't work from Dishonored to make a more cohesive package. Wow, that just sounded like PR marketing. Wow. Overall, it looks good. I still don't know if it's really a game that I'm going to pick up or not. I mean, I'm not big into the stealth first-person action of the game, personally. It looks amazing, but there's so many games coming out this year. Still, it looks great. I like that there's two protagonists. They're both fully voiced, which was one of my complaints from the first game. The movement looks a little bit more fluid, with you able to climb up on buildings, do more aerial stuff, surveillance, and everything to make a more strategic plan. I mean, I really don't have much on Dishonored 2. I wasn't a fan of the first game, so I'll need to see this game in action, like play it, to really have an opinion on it. And that was Bethesda's press conference. Overall, theirs was pretty good. They didn't have any real outstanding moments except for Skyrim, for me personally. That was my game of the conference. Just seeing Skyrim again, especially considering the PS3 version was horrible. And seeing it up-res to PS4 is just, yes, I'm ready for that game. And so overall, if I had to give it a score of A through F, I would have to give it a B. A high B, but a B. It doesn't get to the A simply because they did a lot more updates on games than actually showed off anything new. Updates are fine, but they're more of a blog post to the community. Like the Elder Scrolls Online stuff, you didn't really show off anything brand new. The Doom stuff, yeah, I guess that would work in a press conference considering it just came out. Let's see, what else did they have? Those Fallout Shelter, you could have just updated it, announced it via blog post, and that's pretty much it. Like the Fallout 4 DLC and the Doom DLC are probably the only ones that really benefit from it, but the Doom one, it focused on the aspects that people didn't care for, so yeah, it's a B for me. It didn't show off anything really unique in the whole, oh my god, did you see this is coming out? Like Prey looks interesting, really excited to play it when it comes out, but until then, I don't care. So, for the first day of E3, EA and Bethesda, well, EA didn't knock it out of the park. I'm excited to see what they have in the future because it sounds like we'll see more Mass Effect in the future. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more of Titanfall and Battlefield 1. And Fee, just because it looked interesting. And then same for Bethesda. Looking forward to what they have to show off in the future, and look forward to the rest of E3. So, I think that's where I'm going to end this video. Have a good day.